Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I hope you guys are having another beautiful day. It's a beautiful Monday morning right now, and we're out here just living our best lives. And of course, you know, we're keeping it real deal, Holyfield out in here. And what we're going to be talking about today is, does smoking marijuana actually help you manifest and create more in your life, or is it just a hindrance? But before we get into today's video, go make sure that you go like all of my social media accounts. On there you'll find the latest content when we're posting YouTube videos on there. Also, if there's any sort of positive uplifting content that's going to help you get going and get motivated, you're going to find it on those social media outlets. But other than that, let's go ahead and get right into the video. So this was a topic that when I first started in Law of Attraction and really making something of my life, I wasn't sure who to listen to, because a lot of these successful people out there, some of the world's wealthiest people, you don't know what their lifestyle is like behind closed doors. Are these people pro marijuana? Are they anti-marijuana? Are they okay with drinking? Like, what do they do behind closed doors and not in front of this facade that they put out? On top of it, I had people that I was surrounded by who they were also smoking weed and seeing a lot of success. So this one really tripped me up for a long time, and it took me years to understand what the best course of action is. So I'm going to go ahead and give it to you as briefly as I possibly can from the way that I understand it. That way you can make your own decision for whatever route you choose to go. So the first thing that you want to think about when it comes to any sort of drugs, and I'm going to say drugs as a whole, and that does include alcohol. The first thing you want to think about when it comes to drugs is they're messing with your, number one, your vibration level. So obviously the higher you're vibrating or the better you're feeling, the more you're attracting things into your life. Therefore, the easier it is to attain things. That's number one. Number two, also what you're doing is you're falling into a habit. So as long as you can dive into that for a short period of time and then get back out of it in that same short period of time, that's okay. But you never want to let drugs get in the way of manifesting what you want. So are they good? Are they bad? Well, let's think about it like this. We know the side effects and symptoms of doing drugs, right? You're obviously not going to have as much energy. Your vibration level is going to be low. Your focus is going to be low as well. You're not going to be focused on the things that you should be focusing on in order to create more of what you want, but also the laziness. So taking action is not going to be back of you taking those drugs. So those are the four main negatives that I've noticed with them. Biggest one, again, vibration. Your lack of drive, you're not willing to take any sort of action, and obviously you're not focused properly, and you're not doing the things necessary in order to create more of what you want and create that ultimate dream life. But does that mean that you should not be doing drugs if in fact they do help you? Well, let's think about it like this. Let's say that you're in a really bad mood and you are just down in the slums. You don't know how to feel good. You are anxious, you're nervous, you're scared. You're just really in a negative type vibration, which is, again, pushing you further away, and you're taking those same steps as you would. Your vibration's low, you have no drive, you have no focus, and you're not taking action. So there's two ends of the spectrum here. However, if you start to get into that low vibrational frequency where you're not taking action, and it's not due to drugs, but if you were to, let's say, smoke a little bit of marijuana and you start to feel better, then it's a good thing. So you're using it as a resource to help you feel better. Now, does that mean that you should do it every single time? Of course not, because we just put in here a little bit ago the sense of habit. You don't want to make this a habit. However, if this drug is going to help you feel good, even if it's just a little bit better, it will ultimately be a benefit to you, because what it's doing is it's bringing you out of that slump. And if it's bringing you out of that slump, what's going to happen is when that drunkenness wears off, or when that high wears off, what's going to happen is you're going to feel better. And now, let's say it's one day after you did those drugs. Now you're going to feel better, which means you're going to start taking more action, which means your focus is going to be there, and ultimately you're going to strive to get a little bit better and to reach those goals a little bit quicker. So what I want to finish with when it comes to this is I'm not pro-drugs or anti-drugs. I don't have a preference either way. Me personally, I don't smoke any sort of marijuana at all. Does that mean it's bad? No. You need to figure out what's best for you. In my personal experience, my personal research, I don't feel like there's anything wrong with smoking weed or anything like that if it helps you feel better. But if it holds you back and it's not serving you to achieve a little bit more, that's when you got to start to question it. But you have to make up your own mind in this. If it's helping you feel better, which is ultimately helping you get more done, it's a good thing. If it's doing the opposite for you and you're falling into a habit where that's all you're doing and you're not taking action, then it's a bad thing. So I hope that this video helped clarify things for you a little bit. If it did, give it a thumbs up. Other than that, I want to thank you guys so much for tuning into today's video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel at this point, definitely do so. Subscribe button's right there. You know how beautiful it is. Just go ahead and smash it just one time. Just one time. Just see how it feels. Other than that, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Peace.